So as you can see, I had 12 German Shepherd puppies, and as soon as my dog got pregnant, I was like, let me start looking online and seeing some tips. And everything I came across, there's a lot of miscommunication and some stuff just wasn't true. So I thought I'd give some tips that I've learned so far. They're 18 days old. And I'll just start with conception. I read a lot of misinformation about that. So 4 to 5 days after your dog starts their period, you'll notice she'll start posing her tail to the side, and that's when she's most fertile. So if you let them hook up then, the odds are she's going to be pregnant, and now you have a pregnant female. And you gotta feed her. So you give her prenatal vitamins just like a human every day. You give her puppy food because the extra protein is what she really needs. And here comes mine checking on hers while I'm talking. The extra protein in the food she really needs. And I actually cooked for mine. So I'd make a mix of salmon, sweet potatoes, turkey, peas, rice, and I'd put that over her puppy food for dinner. And then also for breakfast, I put a nice scoop of Greek yogurt, and we ended up with 12 super healthy puppies, to the point the vet said there's not even one runt in this litter because they're all so healthy. So the prenatal vitamins, the puppy food, the cooking for her, the Greek yogurt, it all did its job and worked really well. So now you've fed your dog well, you're getting close to the due date, and how do you figure that out? Well, it's 63 days after conception, and mine was exactly 63 days after conception. She gave birth at midnight, and that was a lot of fun that she started at midnight, but that's a story for a whole other time. So it's getting close to her due date. What do you need to do? Well, 2 weeks before she gives birth, you want to have the puppy bin in the birthing area ready so your dog can start to get into it and get used to it. You want her to be comfortable with the area, like to lay down in it. So that's what I did, and mine had a smooth transition and didn't mind going in her puppy bin at all. How I made the puppy bin, make sure you do layers. So the bottom layer, I have a mat, actually a camping mat from Walmart for camping to give her some cushion. On top of that, I put a mattress pad because that has a water protective layer. On top of that, I put a sheet or a blanket, and I just wash that with bleach every time I switch it out, and I switch out their bedding at least 3 to 4 times a day. These puppies don't have shots. You gotta keep the area clean. Bleach helps with that. And of course, mom doesn't want to be in the area feeding them if it's gross and full of poop and pee, and I don't blame her. So keeping it clean will help keep her want to be in and feed these puppies as long as possible, and that's the goal. What else? So supplies you're gonna need. These little cute collars, you've gotta put them on right away because they are hard to tell apart. And then you need a scale. I found mine on Amazon for 40 bucks. I got an actual baby weighing scale, and I weigh mine every day. She has 12 and she only has 8 nipples. So that way it helps me know, okay, these 3 aren't eating as much as these. Let's make sure they switch out and get enough and keep them all growing at the same rate. You also want to have some towels, some clean towels nearby for the birth, and some formula just in case. We got goat's milk formula and some bottles. You don't know, I've heard of some stories though that moms don't want to feed the babies, and you don't want to be in the middle of birth and then the puppies, you know, and the mom doesn't want to feed the puppies and you have to go run to the store to get some formula real quick. So have that on hand just in case. And the bottles, I've noticed that they sell for puppies, the little small bottles with the nipples, mine hated it. They did not like it at all. So I had to go and actually get real human baby bottles with the nipples that seem more like the dog, and then all of them took it immediately. So that, I definitely recommend that. Mom will continue to bleed for about 10 to 14 days after birth, and that's normal, so don't get scared of that. her birthing bin the first 5 days after birth. The top layer, instead of a sheet to wash in my washer, I got actual painting tarps. They're disposable from Walmart. They're like $4. And the first 4 to 5 days I was using those because I didn't want, besides all the puppies poo and pee, she has a lot of discharge and blood that first week and it's gross. So just throw it in the trash. The painting tarps were great. They're huge. They covered the whole area and I just threw them away, put a new one. But after that first week, I'm just washing the bedding. It's not that bad, and I'm keeping a sheet on top. So some things about the puppies: they don't open their eyes for about 14 days, and be careful when they do. I've heard of some dogs actually going blind or having problems because people take them outside when they're first opening their eyes and they can't handle that. They're not open for 14 days because they're still developing, and even in the house, I'd keep them at low light at first so their poor little eyes can adjust and get used to light. They don't hear for 4 weeks. So they're completely born not hearing, not seeing. All they can do is have their sense of smell. And now that mom's feeding all these puppies, you need to do the same thing you did with her before as far as feeding when she was pregnant. Make sure she has her puppy food. Make sure she has the food I cooked her to put on top of it, her yogurt in the morning. And in addition to that, I've actually added, she gets 2 servings of the puppy formula because you need to keep them super hydrated. And mine, for whatever reason, is not really wanting water, but if I put some of the formula in it, she drinks it right up, and it has extra nutrients, and it's been helping her take care of and feed all these puppies with me not really having to step in, which is crazy because there's 12 of them. So now mom's to the point now, she's healthy, she's better, it's been a week, they're born, she's feeding them, everything's going good. You need to give mom a break, just like a human. She's like got all these puppies, look how they crawl on me. They're constantly crawling on her, pulling on her, feeding on her. She needs a break, don't make her go crazy. So I take mine on like a walk, just to give her a break, not far, just like half the block, not like she normally does. In the backyard, I'll take her out to play, let her cuddle in the living room, on the couch. I even give her some treats, and that's another thing to watch out for I didn't know about. A lot of treats say not for lactating females, so you need to be careful and make sure you get puppy treats. And so make sure mom's happy, everybody's happy, and as you can see, mine does stay in here, cleans them. It's been really successful. I hope all this stuff helped, and I guess last but not least, it goes by really fast, so enjoy it. They're super cute puppies.